Hey, everybody, welcome to the Cripescast. We are powered by Everlight Solar. I'm Charlie Behrens, and here's this week's episode. Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another episode of the Cripescast. This week, we are doing Ask Me Anything. We're trying to do these every once in a while. Just in case you have some questions, we get to know each other better. Some of you love these episodes. Some of you hate these episodes. The nice thing is we're all here together, So anyways, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. How are you guys doing? Colleen's just sitting there laughing at me. Get to the questions, Charlie. Before we get to the questions, I just want to remind you we are continuing to raise money for Doctors Without Borders. You can check them out in the show notes, doctorswithoutborders.org, or follow them at Doctors Without Borders. And also, folks, I got to tell you, I'm on the road. Got shows coming up this week in Elkhart, Indiana, and Grand Rapids, Michigan. I think Grand Rapids is pretty darn close to sold out. There are still some tickets, Elkhart, Indiana, and it's Thursday night, guys. And I hate to say it, but when we book these shows, we can't do it with the entire Packers schedule in mind. So yes, the Packers are going to be playing the Detroit Lions during my show. I will be giving live updates of the score throughout the show. So I have that to tell you. And I guarantee you a bunch of people will be ignoring the no cell phone thing and watching the game. So I'll be seeing glowing faces in the audience. That's okay. I understand, growing up in a family of 12, that I am not the favorite sometimes, most of the time, in fact. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the road. So, and thank you, everybody who's come out to the show so far. We've had so much gosh darn fun. It's been a real blast. It really has. So anyways, the way this is going to go this week is Colleen Maraca is sitting here looking at me, and she's going to ask me some of the questions that you great fans have sent in. So thank you again for doing that. That's cool. Colleen, what do we got?
Leanne Dorker, 86, asks, is Kansas in the Midwest?
Yeah. Leanne, you said? Was that from Leanne?
Leanne Dorker.
Lan. L-A-N?
Landorkerr, 86.
Oh, Lan Dorker. Oh, that could be her last name. We don't know.
Land Dorker. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Could be Lan. It could be Lan Dorker's her full last name.
Could be Land Orker. That could be their name.
That could be it. It looks like I'm filibustering the question right now. Is Kansas in the Midwest or Kansas City?
It's Kansas in the Midwest, and then Oakley's _dad asks, is Missouri in the South or the Midwest? So I guess just kind of give the map.
Yeah, I think, okay, that first of all, we've covered this also extensively on the Bellied Up podcast. Shout out to the Bellied Up podcast. But yes, Kansas is in the Midwest. Dorothy is from Kansas. She's one of the most famous Midwest gals out there. So we're not in Kansas anymore.
Do they say that she's in the Midwest in The Wizard of Oz?
I'm saying she's from the Midwest. Look, we can't afford to be losing states here. All right. So yes, Missouri's included. Yes, Kansas is included. And I think that's technically in the what have you, the definition of the Midwest. For those of you who don't know, there is a definition of the Midwest states. This you can also find in the Midwest Survival Guide book. That
self-plug.
Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom. Yep, that's a book plug. There are 12 states, and it's Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, Ohio, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. That was in alphabetical order. Otherwise, if it was in numerical order, best to worst, Wisconsin would obviously be first. So, there you have it. And Kansas is included, and Missouri or Missouri is as well.
Thanks for answering that. Yeah. Speaking of Dorothy, have you seen Wicked yet?
I actually saw Wicked this weekend. I did see it.
What are your thoughts, questions, concerns?
So all I really knew about Wicked was that like my siblings saw it when it came to Milwaukee at the it was on like off Broadway or what do they call it when traveling Broadway?
Traveling company, yeah.
Yeah. So my siblings saw that, and I remember my sisters would sing the songs growing up, while they were like doing dishes, and I'd be sitting there doing dishes too. I'd be like, "Can you guys just shut up, please?"
What song were they singing? Do you remember?
The popular one, I think.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much what I knew about it, and so I went to see it, and I will say, I thought it was good. A little slow starting.
Oh.
I was like...
That's exposition, Charlie. It needs to be there.
Yeah, I was ready for it. But it had a lot of great moments.
When did it pick up for you?
During like, they had this nice, cute dance thing where like she's getting made fun of. And then, she did the dance and it was nice, but yeah.
That's when it picked up for you?
I mean, it was cute. Cute moment. What? I'm a sensitive soul.
Maybe an hour and a half in.
I know. I was like, all right.
You didn't like the dancing through life?
I thought that was fun. Was that before that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that was before that.
Because the Oz Dust Ball is when she goes and they put her in the hat and then she shows up and So you like the part where she's publicly humiliated?
Well, no, it wasn't that part. It was the I was like, where are we going with this? Are we just going to be mean to this girl the whole time? Like, I didn't know about it. So I was like, oh, God, I get it. We're mean to her. When are we going to... And I didn't want the plot to pick up because I knew she had to then go through her hero's journey, and we couldn't do that until we got to the point where she wasn't, just being ridiculed the whole time.
Yeah.
So anyways, I wanted her to pick up the broom and go fly,
And
I knew that was happening.
Till the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also, she's not really dead though, right?
I don't know.
She's not really dead? No, that's what I heard. I just have heard
What
people
are
talking
theories?
about this.
What are your
I don't
theories?
have theories.
Do you have any questions?
The thing about the Wizard of Oz, isn't it an allegory to like capitalism or something? Follow the yellow brick road, get to the
Emerald City.
Yeah, Emerald City.
I mean, that's a good
green. There's a lot of symbolism in that. That's what I thought I remembered. I know I wrote
The Wizard of Oz, but not Wicked.
Well, it's all the same thing.
It's the same story world, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's I know it's not the same. Yeah, it's not a remake of The Wizard of Oz. But yeah, I thought, if you like movies, I think you'll enjoy it.
What was your favorite song in the movie?
My favorite song? I like the one at the end.
Defying Gravity.
Yeah, I thought that was nice. It went out with a real bang. I would have liked to see how she got the monkeys on her side.
It'll come in the second part.
Okay. Have you seen part 2?
I've seen the whole. I've seen the play. I've seen it.
Okay, so everyone knows the plot. It's out there.
I honestly forgot a lot of it because I saw it when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So I only saw it once, so like you couldn't rewatch it again, but you could listen to the songs. But it's not like Hamilton, where every single plot line is in the soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
Because like Hamilton's the whole thing is singing.
Yeah.
But there's a TikTok that gives a timeline of, because like Dorothy, at some point you do obviously like you meet her because she kills the Wicked Witch of
kills. Oh, she kills the other Wicked Witch.
She kills both.
So she kills. No, the other one doesn't die. I heard she's not dead.
You don't know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, not
Alphabet.
Yeah, Alphabet. She's not dead.
God, explaining Wicked to your dad. POV. That's what we have to do.
That's a good.
That
video.
Is what we have to do.
Yeah, Alphabet. The whole damn time I thought the Wicked Witch. I thought she was wicked. And then I see Wicked, which is called Wicked. It turns out she's the good witch. The other one's something that rhymes with witch you can't say these days because of the gosh darn PC police. But anyways, and why are they doing that to the animals? I mean, if I saw a deer and he could talk back to me, you think I'd shoot the damn deer? No. But in Wicked, they can talk back. And why are they pulling them out of the gosh darn thing? Let the animal speak, for God's sakes. It got me heated, So, anyways. Next time, I'll tell you this much right now. Next time I'm seeing Gladiator 2, I'm not being talked into the frickin' Wicked. That's... darn it, I spent so much frickin' money and popcorn these days. You have to pay more for butter? Frickin' A. Oh, and another thing, I'll tell you this. We were getting there. It's one of them newfangled theaters with they serve the beverages. This one had weed seltzers. Yeah. THC seltzers. It was in Minnesota. Don't ask me what I was doing up there. But anyways, yeah. So I had one. And actually, that's the only reason I sat through the damn thing. I can't believe them aren't legal here yet. Oh, I could use one right now, in fact. It's a good video.
That's a clip.
Yeah.
Okay. I just was curious. I mean, like, I loved it. I've seen it twice.
You saw it. What? Why? Did you forget?
Well, my mom and dad, they wanted to go, and because my mom and I saw it in theater.
Someone else paid for it.
For that one. And then the other one I went because my friend was like, I haven't seen it yet. And I was like, I have nothing going on, so I'll go with you. And it was so good.
Wow.
I love the songs though too. Like when I was setting up the cameras and stuff, I was listening to the soundtrack. Like,
oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I really liked Hamilton.
Yeah.
And I feel like some people feel about Wicked the way I enjoyed Hamilton.
You were about to say the way you feel for Hamilton, but you don't admit feeling.
No. No, bury that deep down.
All right. Well, I mean, are you excited to see part 2 next year?
No. But I'll probably see it.
You have to see it.
I'll see it. I'm not excited to see it. I'm not like, oh my God, I can't wait. I'm like, if I forget, whatever.
Well, that's what's crazy about Wicked is that like that only got us to the intermission. So it's like if you put it all in one, it'd be like 6 hours.
Also, what the hell? How freaking long of a play was that? It
wasn't. I think it's quicker because, I mean, there's like CGI. There's other things that you can do with movie magic.
How much of the movie are people going around saying, oh, the play was better? I mean, the way they say that, because there's a book.
Probably.
Too. Isn't there a book?
Yeah, it's based off a book. I think people would probably argue the play is better just because live theater is just something else. But did you know that Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande sang everything live, like while they were shooting?
That's impressive. Also, I didn't know that was Ariana Grande. I didn't know.
Are you actually kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
Did you just find out right now?
No, I found out like after it. Randa told me after. I was like, that was freaking Ariana Grande. I didn't know. She was great.
She was great.
Super fun.
Anyway.
Funny.
That's a funny.
I laughed.
Yeah, I liked her humor. Jonathan Bailey, the main guy, Fierro. Love him so much.
Well, I don't think he swings your way.
He doesn't, and that's the only reason we're not together is because he doesn't like women in my head. All right, want to go to the next question?
Sure.
Gooselin Fitness, GOOSLIN Fitness asks, can you rank your top 3 hot dishes?
Top 3 hot dishes?
Mm-hmm.
It's just hot dish. Or dishes that are warm?
No. Top 3 types of hot, like a casserole.
The casserole's not a hot dish, though. Who asked this question?
Gooselin Fitness.
Gooselin Fitness. Okay, so Gooselin, I got to tell you right now, first and foremost, a hot dish, to my understanding, is, just a dish that we would have occasionally growing up when a certain aunt would come into town. And I never paid that much attention to the food process, which I think is unfortunate. What are you Googling this now? You think call hot dish is a type of casserole, although the definition is somewhat narrower. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I mean, so if we're talking okay, let's pause. My brain is hot dish is just, it's kind of, okay, so you got meat, you got your starch, your meat, a little bit of base, and then some other stuff. Some people put green beans in it. Ugh. What you put on top of it, you can put breadcrumbs, you can put cornflakes, you can get creative.
Potato chips crunched up.
Potato chips.
Mm-hmm.
But so I suppose you can change all of that up. So there's all sorts of different things. Venison, actually, I would recommend. If you really want, this one time I had you know what am I saying? I've had different types of casserole. I just had to think about longer. One time I had a wild rice venison situation. And I think it was a hot dish, actually. They call it a hot dish. And although I think it was technically a casserole myself, but there was wild rice, there was venison, and I think it might have been potato chips on top. And the wild rice was this barrier between the venison and the potato chips. And man, that was good. That was real good. And then almost, I'll just include this because it is served in a dish that is hot, is venison pot pie, or not venison, I'm sorry, pheasant pot pie. So, a lot of times if we'll go pheasant hunting, what you do is you clean the pheasant, right? And then you take the carcass, if you will, and you put it in a stew pot, and you put salt in there, and then the meat kind of comes off the bone, and you can do soup with what's remaining, but then the big chunks you put in a pot pie, and you put that in there with peas, and you put that in there with cream of mushroom soup. You can even throw in there. So yeah, there's a whole host of that.
Reading this, I don't know if I've had a hot dish.
Sure you have.
I feel like I've only ever had casseroles, because casserole, it shows that it's like a side dish. Can you read that, or is that too small for you, old man?
A little respect, please. No, you've had it. Hot dish is main course, almost. Casserole's a main course too.
No.
Yeah.
It did not say that. Casserole can be a side. If you look at this purpose, casserole can serve any purpose.
What does that say right above? Right above.
Ingredients?
Above.
Definition?
Above.
The main?
Above. Below. To the left, next to the blue star. What does that say?
AI overview.
Yeah, you want to stop listening to frickin' AI to tell you what a casserole is. You think that robot's ever eaten casserole? No. So you want to listen to me, human, or you want to listen to some bullshit AI? What do you want to listen to?
Okay, yeah, no, tell me what I've eaten. Go ahead. Mansplain. Go for it.
Oh, man. Let's not get him fight in front of the people. She asked a very nice, simple question. Why have we extended it so long?
I'm asking, though, if we're looking at this one, not AI overview, but down.
Mm-hmm.
A hot dish can be a main course, almost always a hearty one. Whereas casserole is, like, a hot dish is more narrow, where casserole is kind of wide, inclusive. So I think casserole is more of a side thing, because you don't like go somewhere to have, like, we never had hot dish growing up.
Yeah, we would have casserole. All right, hey, what are we having tonight?
Just casserole.
Yeah, casserole. Yeah.
Where did that name come from?
There was a castle, and they initially called it castle. And there was an asshole in a castle, and he loved this dish, and they call it casserole. So don't Google it. What are you doing? Don't ask AI. God, I hate when you Google stuff now. AI just answers. Like, I didn't ask for that, Google. Casserole is a French word meaning saucepan. Well, whatever.
I liked your casserole.
Yeah, I liked where I was going better.
Okay.
Anyways,
they can't come up with the fun backstories. AI could never.
No.
Unless we feed it to them, and now they hear us saying AI could never, and then they're like, bet.
Yeah, but AI can. Yeah. We don't need to go down the AI rabbit hole right now.
Oh, I've literally already had an idea, but okay.
Well, if your idea is good, we can do it.
No.
All right. What's next? What do we got next? Thank you for the question on the hot dish.
Taylor_Vaughn21 asks, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
I would say 100 duck-sized horses.
Because you could never fight a duck.
No, I don't want to fight a duck. God, I love ducks.
Yeah.
I mean, what if it's a horse-sized merganser? That would be terrifying.
Imagine how big their beak would be.
That'd be a dinosaur. That's literally, that is where dinosaurs, that would be a raptor. That would be a velociraptor with no teeth. But imagine the power of that beak, If there was and it can fly as well, forget about it. There's no way. There's no way there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide.
I'm surprised you're even like entertaining the idea of fighting it. I feel like in the past I've asked if you would fight like you versus 10 mergansers, and you said you would never. I feel like I was expecting you to be like, I'll befriend the horse-sized duck and become duck man. But
no, there's 100 of them. 100 of them. I just got to start punting horses. Yeah. That's just, I mean, if I'm being attacked, I like horses. Don't get mad at me, horse people. But if they're coming for me, I got to do what I got to do.
What about ponies?
Please. Not even a question. Horse, I might think twice about. Pony? Nah.
Horse versus duck.
What do you mean?
Like,
horse
what do you like
duck?
better?
Oh, I like ducks better.
Yeah.
Because the cool thing is they can fly, man. You know?
Do you want to know some? I mean, like, it's crazy that you really love birds so much because people think birds are part of the government.
Yeah. People are not smart. People are intentionally not smart. They intentionally read crap that justifies the weird things in their brain. And that's where conspiracies come from. It's not that they're not smart. It's that they're just interested in telling themselves stories, which I understand.
I love how you say they as if you don't.
Oh, I do it myself.
Yeah. Well, it's not they.
It's us.
We as the conspiracy theory.
I mean, there are certain conspiracy theories that are really fun to believe in. You know?
What's your favorite one?
I think who killed JFK is fun to think about.
What do you think?
I mean, what do I know? I think that's a tough shot to make. I mean, jeez, you know, like take that dude deer hunting with me, you know? And that was before scope technology was. I don't think he had a scope, did he? Did he have a scope? Did they even have scopes back then?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah, that you can ask AI. Did Lee Harvey Oswald have a scope? I doubt it. I don't think they had scopes back then. Yeah,
it's already asked.
Yeah, I'm sure it's already asked. Do you have a scope on? Oh, he did. He had a scope on his rifle. Okay. Well, oh, sure. There it is. You know, I've been in that building where he shot it back when I was working in Dallas. I actually worked in Dallas. I was reporting on the news on the 50th anniversary of JFK's death. I was reporting in Dallas, Texas.
What were you reporting on?
I was, it was kind of a weird newscast. It was like the 50th anniversary, so we were like kind of treating it like it just happened. It was a little bit of a somber tone. It was weird. Whatever. But it was hard for me to really buy into it, but I tried my best. I was like, guys, it's been enough time, But, 50, you think about the implications of it. So anyways, I like, it probably still wasn't that great of a scope, So I don't really know.
If it was by the government, he probably had like scopes that we use today. Like I'm sure the government had like access to better scopes if people really think the government killed them.
The story about Lee Harvey Oswald, I don't know. And plus the government has the papers on it. They're not releasing it. The government doesn't release a lot of papers. There's a lot of reasons to not trust the government.
Isn't it kind of weird? Like John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald, they both had 3 names.
Well, Charles Robert Barron's. I have 3 names too.
No, but like you don't go by Charles Robert Barron's.
I would if I killed someone. If I killed a president, they'd be calling me Charles Robert Barron's. That's how it goes.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, because
they'd be calling you the Manitowoc Minute Charlie Barron's kills.
No, as soon as you assassinate a president, the whole world refers to you the way your mother does when she's pissed. That's it. Lee Harvey Oswald. Lee Harvey Oswald. What were you thinking? John Wilkes Booth,
Mine's Colleen Kennedy Maraca, so it would be like
ooh,
super.
Yeah. Don't do that.
I won't. I'm not planning on it.
Yep.
Especially now.
Folks, do not attempt assassinations.
Thanks.
Never goes well.
Yep.
Never ends well. Violence is not the answer.
So thank you for classifying that. AMAC816 asks, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Die Hard is absolutely a Christmas movie. It is. They're attending a Christmas party at his deal, That's all you need for a Christmas movie. You just need Christmas as the backdrop. And there's also, that's really all you need for a Christmas movie is some mention of Christmas in the movie. It's a Christmas movie. Yep. So you guys can put that on during cocktail hour this Christmas and thank me later. It's a great movie. All right, guys, just going to do a little interruption of this Ask Me Anything to remind you that we would not be here without Everlight Solar. Everlight Solar has been powering this podcast for so long, and it's been so awesome to see. We are saving money on the bills every month, and we are also helping save the energy on the planet and make it more efficient. So that feels good, and it costs good. Check it out, everlightsolar.com. They'll come to your house, give you a free consultation. And folks, I got to tell you, Christmas is just around the corner. The holidays are here, and Fleet Farm's got you covered. You go to Fleet Farm, you can get some for everybody on your list. That's right. You can get hunting gear. You can get fishing gear. Ice is on the water. I was on the Amtrak coming back this week from Minnesota. I saw ice on the water. Is it enough ice to go out there on? I wouldn't, but you can start throwing stones out there, and soon enough you'll be walking out there. Well, Fleet Farm's got everything you need to get your ice fishing going, including some ice fishing picks. Just in case you go ass over tea kettle through the deal, you can pull yourself out of the water. So check them out, Fleet Farm. And you can go to fleetfarm.com and get some good deals there too. And folks, I also want to say Manitowoc Minute is your place for Midwest merch this holiday season. Get your stuff today. Get it shipped by Christmas. Go to manitowocminute.com. Get Midwest sweatshirts, t-shirts, koozies, the whole deal, cribbage boards, our album, my album with Adam Grewal, Dive Bar Dinner and Unthawed. We've got some signed ones up there too. Check it out. manitowocminute.com.
So if with a purchase of $55 or more, you get a free signed CD of Dive Bar Dinner. Use code GIFTME at checkout.
Ooh, pretty slick.
Yeah.
All right, folks, with that, let's get back to my conversation with myself.
Okay, McFeisty23 asks, were you always funny? Like, were you a comedian as a kid?
No, I was quiet as a kid, but
were you really?
I don't know. Was I? I can't remember. I was a
What
child.
were you like as a kid?
As a kid, I mean, you got a bunch of brothers growing up. You're kind of giving each other crap. You're fighting a lot. You're escaping. Out on my bicycle, pretty young age, just riding around, free range child. This was back before we could sit inside and waste our lives on our phone, So if we wanted to see something cool, you had to get on your bike and go see it. We would go, me and my buddy Jay would go up to the church, and we would find used cigarettes that weren't fully smoked. And we would take those to the woods and finish smoking them.
How old were you?
I want to say 10, 11 at that point.
That's when I was born. That's cool.
Yeah. And I was out there trying to, you do weird things as a kid.
You were an environmentalist at that age. You were just recycling. You were doing upcycled cigarettes.
Yeah. I don't know why we did that. That's nasty. We would smoke some with lipstick on it. It was right outside Adoration Chapel.
That was your first kiss. Was a cigarette.
First kiss was Gertrude before she went to Adoration. You just have fun, man. We would get out on the bikes is what we would do. And we would just go explore things. We'd go into the sewers.
In it?
Yeah, you would find, now you want to be careful. You don't want to do this around the time it's raining because that's how you can get swept up in the sewers. But we would go explore the sewers.
What'd you find?
Just a lot of water and some ladders, the occasional thing that got swept down the deal. We would go out and look at try and find deer and pretend to hunt them with a stick. We would go to the river and we would try and catch whatever we could. There wasn't much fish there, but we had our nets. And we also weren't supposed to go down by the river after rain. And one time we did go down by the river after a big rain. And we got caught on account of the mud on the boots. And my cousin Tom and Jerry, they had to have their birthday parties canceled. And I remember,
because you guys got in trouble.
Yep, we got in trouble. They caught us down there. We got yelled at. This was the year Randy Moss got drafted from Marshall to the Minnesota Vikings. So that'll date me a bit right there. But
the way you're talking alone is going to date you. But
why?
So then we went down to the river.
Well, yeah. Now I feel like you're making fun, Kelly. Now my feelings are getting hurt.
I'm sorry.
Oh, they weren't actually getting hurt.
Yeah, I know. I'm not actually sorry. I'm not actually sorry.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yep.
Yeah, so I forgot the question, but that's your answer. What else?
What were we talking about?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was a tangent.
Oh, was I funny as a kid?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I was too busy living. I was too busy living to try and be funny.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people are just asking in general about tour dates. Do you want to just kind of talk about like this next year, what you're going to be doing?
Yeah. Wow. Thanks, people. I'm not sure if that was a plant question or not.
No, like tons of people were asking, when are you coming to California? When are you coming out west? When are you coming to Arizona? So it's just like kind of in general.
So thank you guys for asking. And I've been to a lot of those places, California, Arizona, over the past year. And so where we are, this is the good old fashioned tour. I'm coming up to the end of it. So we're playing a lot of places. We've got basically Elkhart, Indiana, Grand Rapids, and I'm looking at tour dates now. This is in early December. And then I take a little bit of a break where I'm going to go find myself a deer up at the cabin,
When does deer season end?
Well, bow season extends, I think, at least through this. I got to look on that date, but bow season, gun season is kind of in the middle of bow season. You can bow hunt throughout, and I haven't gotten a deer yet, and I still got to do that. Anyways, Cincinnati in early
top of the new year, then Michigan, Royal Oak, Albany, New York, or Albany, however you want to say that, Red Bank, New Jersey, Lexington, Kentucky, Indianapolis, Indiana, Springfield, and then I do a bunch of Chicago dates. Oh my gosh, I got a lot of tour dates here. Shooting my special in Appleton on 2/21, 2/22, February. And then, so just so you guys know, so basically you spend a year or so with new material and really working it into hopefully a really good special. And I'm really excited about this special. Been working on it a while. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be good. We're shooting it in Appleton because that's where I did my first stand-up show ever. Like first headlining show ever was in Appleton at Skyline Comedy Club. And so that's why I wanted to shoot this special in Appleton. And then once we shoot the special, then we start working new material and really finding the next tour. And so I'm going to be doing that kind of a mix of old material and new material. And by old material, I mean, still none of these cities have seen this material, so it's still new to them. But then I'll start working out the new tour. That's Seattle, Portland, Eugene, Oregon, St. Louis, Cedar Rapids, Omaha, Charlotte, Tysons, Virginia, Knoxville, Tennessee, Jacksonville, Florida. All those dates, those are in the spring. That's when I'll start doing kind of half new material, half older material. And then I'm going to start up the new tour come next fall, where I'll kind of start all over again, start with a bunch of Wisconsin places, start testing the new material and really, develop a new deal. Yeah. So
and that's the exhausting process of stand-up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so if you want to see
fun.
Charlie come out to where you are, send us an email at cripescast@gmail.com and just be like, hey, you got fans here. And yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
I like that.
A lot of people also asked,
yeah,
are you single?
Am I single? Wow. Am I single? No, I'm not single.
Dang.
I got a girlfriend.
Breaking hearts left and right in the Midwest.
Yep.
All right. Dante's Not Impressed asks, why is Dante the handsomest tour manager you've ever seen? And why is he the coolest tour manager you've ever had?
Wait, what did Dante want to know? Why is he the handsomest tour manager I've ever seen?
Yeah, and the coolest. And then he also said, are you sick of him yet? You'll probably have to fire him before he stops submitting questions. Oh, that last one wasn't a question.
I'm glad Dante's working real hard downstairs. Dante's great. Hey, you just came on the road with us through the Texas run. What'd you think? Did you have fun?
I had a lot of fun. It was. I've never been to Texas. Buc-ee's was crazy. Yeah, I had a really good time. We actually have a Patreon coming up.
I did not like Buc-ee's. I'm going to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I could tell you were overstimulated. Your ADHD brain.
First of all, Buc-ee's, you're this massive freaking deal, and all they have is this styrofoam stuff. You know, that pissed me off. It's like, why do you insist on doing that?
What would you have preferred?
Just pay like a paper cup. Like for the coffee, like why do you have to do the styrofoam? What's the benefit?
There is no benefit. Actual shit.
Well, that's annoying. But it's like it's not that hard. It's just being a prick at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna get off my soapbox.
Yeah, we have a vlog coming out of our Texas run. That'll probably be out this week on Patreon. We shot a lot of stuff. We had a lot of footage and probably 3 minutes of us. Like I have a reaction thing of you and Adam just like being overstimulated there. And we were talking about how going to Buc-ee's after being like a quick trip, like devout, is like a Catholic going to a non-denominational church for the first time.
That's there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I mean, you guys can do this if you cheat. You know, like what? You want to bring rock and roll into a place of worship?
Yeah. Anyway, but no, I like Texas a lot. It was really nice weather-wise, and then I go back to Minnesota. It was freezing, so yeah, that was cool. I enjoyed doing that. I don't know how you do it all the time.
Go on the road?
Yeah, it makes me appreciate what you have to do.
No, I'm good. Money well spent.
Yeah, it was cool. I had a really good time though.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great having you. And you know, any time if you want to come along to Tyson's, Virginia, you
know. I'll go to Eugene, Oregon. I have friends there.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
Wait, how did you know I wanted to go to Tyson's so bad?
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah,
that's where the chicken comes from.
Is it really?
I don't know. Maybe.
I would go for that alone. I wished YOU. Do you mind when fans approach you? I saw you at a Packers game, but didn't want to bug you.
No, I don't mind at all. Actually, there was somebody, Rafi was telling me that there was somebody in our video, in the comments on our Packers Bears video that said like I big time them at a Packers game, which if that's you, I'm so sorry that happened. Because I really try to, anybody who wants a picture, anybody who wants to say hi, especially at a Packers game, I go there knowing that like there's a lot of crossover and like people who like my stuff and people who like Packers stuff. So if I go there, I know that that's like that's a possibility of that happening. And I really enjoy talking to people and all of that. I will say, you know, as a warning, there are some people that look like me that are not me. So if you say, "Hey, Charlie, can I get a picture?" and they get, because I've gotten messages from a few people that look like me that say, "Bro, you've ruined my life. I'm so sick of people asking if they're me or asking if I'm you or whatever." And I was like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll get a haircut.
That's why you got a haircut.
But so it just make sure you're asking the right guy or whatever. But no, I mean, I definitely will. Short of like if I have to be getting somewhere and I have to leave for purposes of I'm late getting like
which is often,
that's why I'm late a lot of times. But I'll definitely take a picture. I love saying hi to people, and I love you guys. You gave me quite a bit. So if a picture or whatever, you want to say hi or you want me to sign sometime, I'm always happy to do that. Yeah. So to the guy that I apparently big timed, I am sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And also, I've only been to one game this year, so which is crazy. That part being on the road. So it's possible also that it wasn't me, but if it was me, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I probably didn't hear you. That's the other thing. Sometimes I can't hear you or or if I'm talking to somebody else or I'm in the middle of a conversation, somebody comes up, I don't want to be rude to the person I'm talking to who also may be like a fan. So I do my best, but I understand that sometimes it's not, it doesn't always come across that way. So sorry for the times it's done.
Yeah, it's really weird. Sometimes you like never hear me. I'm just kidding. I was going to say.
What'd you say? Jokes.
Jokes. Okay, someone asked, Kara Benton asked, Charlie, given your passion for protecting the environment, have you tried or thought about trying a vegetarian diet?
Vegetarian, yes. So vegetarian is an interesting one because if you're in Wisconsin, it just depends where you live in the country if that's actually the best for the environment. Like what honestly is, now I understand some people have a moral thing against killing animals, and I understand that. But if you don't, if you're eating other animals, or you don't have a moral thing against it, I think fish and like deer and wild game is one of the most eco-friendly things you can eat because the populations are strong and it's right there. And if you get one deer, you can fill your freezer for a while. And it's like local, you know what I mean? It's because the problem with some vegetarian stuff is if you're shipping it all the way from places that grow vegetables, it's not necessarily better for the environment. What is, though, is if you have a garden and you grow it and then you can it or freeze it or whatever, and then you do it in smoothies or whatever. So anyways, I try to eat like a lot of that stuff just because it's healthier and everything. And obviously it's tough, though, because, I live in Wisconsin. It's America's dairy land. And boy, do I love my cheese, I tell you. So it's all a trade-off, and you find various ways of trying to offset the things you do like. And that's why we got the old solar panels up there. Take care of some of the other sins. But we're all just trying to do our best. So, but largely, yeah, I try to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and get nutrition that way. It's tough. Honestly, I think there should be an app that says like, hey, like fill in the Venn diagram. What's the cheapest, best for the environment, healthiest food I can eat right now?
Mm-hmm.
That's something that if AI is going to do something productive, that would be good. Someone should develop that app. AI should do that, because I think that would be great. Because a lot of times when you're trying to figure out something to eat, you're like, damn, I just need like fuel, but I don't want to think about like all those things. So just what do I got?
Mm-hmm.
That would be great. Because then you just
go. So AI
there.
think for you. You want AI to think and do the mental work so that you can just be there and eat whatever they tell you to eat.
I mean, when you say it like that, I sound like a real prick.
No, you don't sound like a prick. You sound like Wall-E. That's what I'm.
No, well, I mean, if what they're telling me is best for the environment and best for my health, okay.
Would you believe it?
And like, would I believe it? I would look at what they were suggesting, look at why they were suggesting it, and if it made sense, yeah, I would believe it.
Charlie is an AI enthusiast.
Look at you.
Look,
I think AI is there, and I think AI can do a lot of good stuff and is doing a lot of good stuff. It is. It is also doing some damaging things.
Yeah.
And I think it's just it's like anything else. We need to balance it and understand it, and not just we need to work with it and work with it first and foremost to help the environment and to help our health.
Yeah.
Instead of having it help us develop militaries that will kill each other quicker.
On that note, Red Carpet Salon, Wisconsin asks if you could see any music artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
Jimi Hendrix.
That was quick.
Yeah.
You not Everclear?
I saw Everclear. Just saw Everclear, baby.
That was like the best part of the trip for me.
That was the best part of the trip for me. Everclear was like one of my first favorite bands. If you don't know Everclear, it's real 90s. Real 90s.
I showed my mom like them, and she was like, "Oh my god, their song is on my workout playlist," so she knows who they are.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
Santa Monica or whatever that one is.
I will buy you a new house. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't Santa Monica.
You were, oh gosh. We'll have to throw in the video of you dancing like a literal nerd.
Oh, such a freaking dork. I didn't care. Did not care.
It was so great. Josie Wild asks, how can I explain the love languages to my Midwest parents?
Oh, like aren't there like a few different love languages or something? Like money is my love language.
No. So it's acts of service, physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, and giving and receiving gifts.
Okay. So she wants to know how to explain those to her parents.
Yeah. How do we Midwestify them?
Okay. Yeah. Give me a love language and I'll tell you how to Midwestify it.
Acts of service.
Acts of service. Yeah. So I show you I love you when I put up your windshield wipers. You know?
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Physical touch.
So you and mom, right? When you made me, shaboinkin. When a deer loves, well, they don't really love, they're polyamorous. When one deer mounts another deer and they make a new deer, that would be, or sometimes they just like snuggling. That, or you got a ratchet strap and then when you and say, that's not going anywhere. Although that sounds like an abusive relationship. So scratch that. What's the next one?
Maybe when you slap someone on the back and said, it's good to see you. Maybe that's how it's physical touch in the Midwest instead of it being necessarily like the most intimate. Next one is words of affirmation. How is words of affirmation in the Midwest?
Yeah, good job. Hey, watch for deer. Did you get your oil changed? Did you check the pressure in your tires? It's cold out there, and if you see a black patch, that could be black ice. All right. So do not accelerate too quickly on the ice. You could lose control. If you start spinning out, turn into the spin. All right. And breathe. If you drive your car out on the ice, unbuckle. On the road, it's click it or ticket. On the ice, it's click it and casket. Yeah.
Nice. Quality time.
Yeah. So, when we go fishing and you're sitting in the boat and I'm sitting in the boat and I say, don't talk to me. Quality time. When I'm fixing something and I say, hold the goddamn flashlight straight or I'll kick your ass. Quality time. That's about it.
Your dad character is really getting good.
Yeah.
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 Last one is
Thank you.
Gifts.
I think I'm just turning into a dad.
Yep.
I must have a child somewhere.
Someone asked if you want to have kids someday.
Yeah, kids would be great.
Okay, cool. So last one is gifts.
Gifts. Let's see here. Yeah, I brought you into this world and I can take you out of it. Or you want leftovers? Here, before you go, take the leftovers. No, take them. They're not going to fit in the fridge. Take them. You want a gift? Yeah, I'll give you a gift. Here's a gift card. I don't know how much is on it. It was given to me. I wish you the best. I used it once, so if the number's not even, that's why. And that is how you explain love languages to your Midwest family. You're welcome.
Colleen Maraca asks, what is your biggest fear and why is it AI?
What? Okay. Biggest fear. Well, I think we should all have some fear about artificial intelligence, but I don't think it needs to be a debilitating fear. I think we need to pay attention. We need to not just get super distracted by our phones in our lives, that we just let the government make decisions about this and not have any input, which I think is kind of happening. But, and I think we need to, AI is a powerful tool, and I think people should, if you're going to use it, I think use it to try and solve a problem, you know? Like I was trying to, like there's all the plastic floating on the top of the river. If you walk the Milwaukee River, all you see is friggin' plastic, you know? So I was trying to use AI to figure out like, how do you do it? Apparently they got these river skimmers already. Someone already invented it.
Great.
But they do it on these big rivers. But how do you do it on like a smaller river? Like, and why doesn't Milwaukee have that yet? You know, because the thing with the plastics is if they're floating on top of the river, they photodegrade, which means the sun breaks down the plastic. All right. And once that happens, you get these nanoplastic particles, which is why we're all walking around. You have plastic in your brain. I have plastic in my brain. I got plastic in my blood. You got plastic in your organs. You do. Look it up. Everybody. And that's not fair to us, you know, but so there's two elements to that problem. One is that you've got the oil lobby. The oil companies make all these plastics, you know, so you've got them on the input side. And then on the, so it's two problems. It's how do you get them to stop making plastic, and stop using it? There are some things obviously you have to do plastic for, but like plastic water bottles, we don't need that. And, but then we need a better recycling thing for aluminum. You know, we need to make sure we collect all. If aluminum would be an option. So, and then on the other end, it's figuring out how to, you know, get the plastics out of the water. You know, and so using AI to find that, or using AI to figure out how to capture carbon. I mean, these are all really cool ways we can use this very powerful tool that would help us all. And then I think AI kind of learns from humans, and the AI is going to be smarter than all of humanity if it continues to grow in the way it's going to grow. Yeah. And so I think if you're smarter than humanity, you're going to look at humanity and say, is this thing worth saving or not? AI is going to make that decision. It's going to be more powerful than us, stronger than us. It's going to make that decision. Will it like what it sees? If it's made in our image, will we like what we see? You know, and I think so. I would be cautious about what we put into those inputs and see if we use it to make the world a better place, or do we use it to like just make more money that we can never spend because the world's over. You know.
So, what is your biggest fear?
I mean, I got a ton of fears, but
first thing that comes to mind.
Well, it would probably be that AI sees how humans treat humans, sees how much money we put into killing each other as opposed to loving each other, and says, oh, we can win at that game. Okay.
What's your second biggest fear?
Snakes.
Cool. Okay.
Me and Indiana Jones, we got that in common.
Nice.
Some people say I remind them of Indiana Jones.
Who?
Nobody. Right.
All right.
A guy can dream. Indy is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's hot.
Super attractive.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking with the whip.
Yep.
That's not a whip sound. Yeah.
That's it.
There it is.
All right.
Well,
let's
guys,
end this on a note of gratitude. The Thanksgiving just passed. What are you thankful for this year?
First of all, I'm thankful for all of you Cripescast listeners. I sincerely am. Thank you for listening to this. I can't believe any of you made it to this far into the podcast. So if you're one of the few, the proud, thank you so much. I'm grateful for you, Colleen. I'm grateful for my team of amazing people, folks, creatives, logistics people that can do all the things that I'm really bad at. You guys do a great job. Sincerely, though.
Thanks. We're thankful for you.
I could tell the sincerity of that. Thank you to Hannah Milos for editing this. Colleen, thank you to you for producing. Big thanks to all of you for listening. And you guys keep her moving out there and watch for deer. And I'm thankful for the deer.
So roll out the barrel and get the band brewing. Life's got you down, just keep her moving. It's on Wisconsin, the Badgers say it's the old Wisconsin Jubilee.
You know, sometimes when you're ice fishing, you put your foot in the walleye hole and go ass over tea kettle and you think you're done. No, you You gotta keep her moving.